Hey everyone, welcome to today's Explainer. We are diving straight into a really fascinating philosophical framework today from the Islamic scholar Bediüzzaman's Sayyid Nursi. If you've ever, just stopped and wondered about the ultimate meaning of it all, or felt like there just has to be more to the daily grind, then this concept we're exploring, the proportionality check, is absolutely going to give you an incredible new lens to view your life through. So, let's jump right in. Okay, so I want you to picture something. Imagine a tiny sapling, and it's planted in this super small, restrictive little pot. Now, if you just look at the pot itself, you might think, well, okay, this is it. This is where it belongs. But structurally, genetically, that sapling is definitely not designed to stay a few inches tall. It is literally destined to become a massive, towering forest. The pot is just a temporary nursery. Now, let's map that sapling metaphor directly onto human life, right onto your life. When you look at your own existence, do you really think this short world we live in is the place where your absolute full potential is realized, or is it just a beginning? I mean, we get maybe a few decades here if we're lucky? But does that short time frame actually fit the sheer scale of what you feel capable of becoming? That brings us to life's ultimate purpose, and some really profound insights from Bediüzzaman Sayyid Nursi. In his foundational writings, Bediüzzaman explores this truly fascinating premise. He argues, and I quote, "Since life is the universe's most important result, most valuable fruit, and purpose of creation, it cannot be limited to this temporary, short, incomplete, painful, worldly life." He is pointing out a massive logical disconnect here. If life really is the absolute pinnacle of the universe, the whole shebang, it just makes zero sense for it to be constrained to such a fleeting existence. So following this logic, because life possesses such immense greatness, it fundamentally requires an eternal setting to fully bear fruit. Think back to our sapling for a second. If you keep it jammed in that tiny pot forever, its potential is completely wasted. For the profound magnitude of life to actually realize its vast potential, it absolutely demands the boundless environment of eternity. Let's move to what we call the proportionality check, where we evaluate our human capacity. This is such a cool, highly logical framework to really audit our own human condition. Let's look closely at our internal equipment. As human beings, we are overwhelmingly complex. We are packed with deep emotions, incredibly complex thoughts, this boundless memory, limitless capacity for love, and just endless curiosity. Why? Why are we packed with such infinite internal faculties? If human existence was designed solely to just survive for a few decades on this spinning rock, we simply wouldn't need all of this. Seriously, when you weigh the vastness of that emotional and mental equipment against the reality of a fleeting few decades of earthly life, a blatant disproportion emerges. It is literally like installing the engine of a space shuttle into a golf cart. The magnificent, boundless complexity of human life simply does not fit into the short, constrained time frame of our worldly stage. It just doesn't. Which leads us to our final point, awakening to real life looking at the Quranic perspective. So, how do we resolve this huge tension? If the world is the tiny pot, where exactly is the forest? Well, theology offers an answer to this exact philosophical problem. The Quran states, "This worldly life is nothing but a diversion and amusement, and indeed the home of the hereafter, that is the true life, if only they knew." This verse perfectly answers the proportionality check. It's essentially telling us that this world is just the nursery. Your limitless, true equipment is designed to be fully utilized in the hereafter. That is where the sapling actually becomes the forest. As we wrap up today's explainer, I want you to just take a moment and audit your own soul. Which of your talents, your deep desires, or your potentials feels like it just doesn't quite fit into this short worldly life? What part of you is yearning for the forest while you feel stuck in the pot? It's an incredibly powerful question to reflect on, right? Thank you so much for exploring these concepts with me today. And hey, keep questioning that incredible potential within you.